best damn book club on the internet. My name's Ryan Tamish. That's Davis Crocker. This is 2H Reading Comics, and today I'm an idiot because I forgot to scoot up my chair, and I do not want to do it now because y'all will see how much it shakes my desk.
Oh, it'll shake everything.
Oh yeah. So I'll just, you know what? I might go out of stand. We'll
You
go.
had it sitting down the whole last episode, didn't you?
Yeah. But remember, your headphones keep it like super loud for some reason. So.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't it like blaring, like bust your eardrum out loud?
It's still loud. You haven't
Okay.
changed. Like the volume isn't changing. You holding it or being closer to
Okay.
it.
Well, we're doing this. So I
It's
can
not.
lean back.
It hasn't
You
changed
can
the
see my
volume.
messy room over my shoulder. So
It hasn't changed the volume yet.
okay, well, we're here. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about Nocterra Volume 3.
Woohoo!
And then you were during our little 30-second break, you were asking me something about the wrestling movie coming out or something.
Yeah. So I went and watched while I was out in Arizona. I went and watched the Godzilla -1 or the Year One
Ooh, it is
movie.
-1. I haven't seen it, but
Uh,
I had friends that went and saw it.
it is all in Japanese.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's
it
a
is
it's a Japanese Godzilla movie.
it is Takashi Yamazaki is the director, and I guess the creator. He is he's trying to like rebuild that version of the Godzilla universe, like the OG Japanese like Godzilla.
Yeah, no, from what I understand is the American ones, it's the dumb Americans that just want to watch monsters fight, which, hey, I'm
Yeah,
here for.
which is what
And
Kong and what King Kong, the new King Kong and Godzilla movie are, right?
yeah, but in Japan, it was always more about like the lessons that people had to learn along the way. Was
Oh
like I
yeah.
played way more into it than just monsters fighting.
Oh, and I'm not a big fan of reading subtitles in an entire movie, but
Yeah.
they don't. But they don't have these long. But Japanese doesn't have these long monologues like
Yeah.
American movies or French,
I
like
don't know. There's some
European.
anime.
Well, but they do well with this. Is there's like the longest monologue was maybe like like 3 sentences.
Yeah.
And it's slow. And either way, it's set in like the end of World War II, and so everything's got that old school look to it. And dude, it was like they took the movie like where it came out, like the OG 1954 movie. They just made it for 2023.
Nice.
And pretty much just plug and play. Like I don't remember like the plot of that movie, but it was just kind of that same idea. It was like new world editing and everything, and it just, dude, it touched your heart. It pulled your heartstrings.
Really?
The main character that you follow is a kamikaze pilot that that you find out faked his plane being damaged to land, so he didn't go kamikaze himself.
Yeah.
Ends up kind of fucking over the island he lands on. Then people, when he goes home, treat him like a
Bitch.
bastard because
you
didn't
didn't
die.
go kill yourself.
Yeah, he didn't die for his country like he was ordered.
Yeah.
But he's educated, he's smart, he finds a way around it. He meets a girl that has a daughter with her. You learn their backstory, sad as shit. Yeah. And then they just kind of stay with each other. Then Godzilla shows up. You see the nukes, and it's cool, man. It leaves you a massive cliffhanger at the end that sits there. Both the character dies and Godzilla dies, and everything's left on a cliffhanger. That's
dies.
like, huh?
Godzilla dies.
Dies. Godzilla never truly dies. So
he retreats back to Hollow Earth.
Yeah, everything's left on the cliffhanger. So it's like, even the guy, like the franchise, like I was looking into it afterwards. It's like, if the movie does well, he'll continue. Yeah. If it doesn't, he got to put out another Godzilla movie, and he may never do another movie again. And the way it's looking is this: it did well. It's worth. You still have your free ticket, don't you?
Yeah, but I think that was just like a special event thing. It was only out for a week.
What? Oh, the Godzilla
-1.
Oh,
yeah, because I have friends that went and saw it that are like massive Godzilla fans.
Well, I'm not a massive Godzilla fan, and the guys I was with, we went and ate dinner, and they were like, "Yeah, you want to go watch a movie?" I was like, sure. I'm not going to make y'all drive me back to the hotel. Just y'all go back and watch it.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to go see the Godzilla movie. And I was just thinking like the new
Most recent
Godzilla
one.
Kong, like all the Godzilla
Oh, the
Kong
one they
stuff.
just dropped a trailer for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's Godzilla -1. I'm like, that's not the title I remember. And I looked it up. I'm like, ooh, okay. I'm more interested now
Mm-hmm.
because it's restarting a franchise, and the new Godzilla movies are like, oh well, if you missed these 5 movies, there's going to be there's more shit that if you missed it, you're not going to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Either way, but the preview for the movie had a movie called The Iron Claw, and it's a wrestling movie with Zach Galifianakis.
Nope.
Not Zach Galifianakis.
Zac Efron.
Like Efron.
Yeah.
Who's Galifianakis?
That would be funny if it was that. He's the guy from Hangover.
Oh, the one that he's the dumbass.
He's the one-man wolf pack.
Yes. But it's got Zac Efron. It's got the kid that the guy that's playing the lead character in Bear, the cooking show on Hulu, which is also really good. I've been watching that.
I haven't watched it yet, but
it's good. I'm glad the episodes
are only. I just canceled my Hulu.
Oh, well, I'm glad the episodes are only 30 minutes because you would lose. It's weird. It's like in the 30 minutes, it's good, but if it was like 45 to an hour, you would lose interest very quickly. It's odd. I don't know. It's funny. It's different. It's not really funny. It's just different. Either way, what the fuck's the Iron Claw movie about? Do you know?
You don't know about the Von Erichs?
No.
That's like a real family.
Well, I mean, it said based on a true story.
Yeah.
I mean,
so back in the day when pro wrestling was all territories, there's in Dallas. There's a building called the Sportatorium, and that territory company was ran and booked by the dad. I can't remember his name, but it was Dad Von Erich, and then he had 4 sons. I think this is about the first 3.
Yeah, I think.
And then there was like a younger one that I don't know, but they were like Taylor Swift levels of famous in Dallas.
Oh, wow!
Because pro wrestling was that big, and they were the local king of pro wrestling. And they all had like just tragic deaths, except for one. All but one had very tragic deaths.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was like an abusive father who pushed them too far and stuff like that.
Ended up killing themselves or drinking themselves to death, or
there's definitely at least one suicide.
Jesus.
If you want to get the actual story, Vice TV does a pro wrestling series called Dark Side of the Ring. I think they did most of the episodes are on YouTube, and I think they did one on the Von Erichs.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was just so funny seeing Zac Efron playing a jacked up roid head, and he looks different. Like his jaw, like everything.
No, he apparently, because a lot of people thought he did that just for this movie.
Yeah.
No, apparently he got in a car crash and had to like have major surgery on his jaw.
Oh,
that's just how he looks now.
That's how he looks now.
Like he got jacked for the movie, but that face is just his face now.
That was his face now. Beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, because in the Baywatch movie, I guess that was the last movie I really saw him in. Mm-hmm. Hell, that was 4 or 5 years ago. He was jacked, but he was still Zac Efron. Like,
yeah, he was still that kid from High School Musical.
he was still the High School Musical kid.
Now he's a fucking man.
Now it's like I saw it like the first time they showed him, he was like,
it's jarring.
They were playing like his older self, or like he was like in the ring and he was sweaty and shit. And I was like, that dude looks familiar. And then they showed him again. I'm like, is that fucking Zac Efron? And then they go to the dinner table, and it's like, no fucking shit, that's Zac Efron.
Yeah, no.
It's just such an odd, and I get that's what
people
caught my
thought he went
attention.
and got like plastic surgery. No, he had to have. His jaw was shattered and had to go get it repaired.
Jesus. Well, I remember Bert Kreischer talking about like if they fixed his teeth the way they were supposed to be fixed, like his entire facial structure would change.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what happened with him. But
that'd be some awesome facial structure.
Jesus. Could you imagine having that clean of a jawline?
It's just crazy because you saw him as like the teenage heartthrob, and then he kind of just matured a little bit out of that.
Yeah.
But now he's like that man will take your life.
Yeah. It's like that man will take your wife, your life, and your job.
Yeah, and they'll like it.
Yeah, and no one's gonna complain.
No.
But yeah, it was just cool, and then it also being a wrestling movie. I
Yeah.
figured you would have known about it or
Yeah.
been interested in it.
No, I'm probably gonna be like opening weekend,
Yeah, I
which I guess
figured
is
so.
next week. God, I have so many Christmases next weekend.
Yeah, because y'all didn't do your Christmas. Y'all didn't do your
No.
Christmas
So
as of recording weekend.
grandfather last weekend had his 80th birthday, and instead of combining the family Christmas with him and his
Yeah,
80th birthday, but they were like, it's special, it's 80,
I I I,
which
I get
okay,
it.
but when you have this many blended families
Y'all have so
and
y'all had a
that many other Christmases people have to go
yeah
to, it's just like people were complaining. So now that's going to be the day after Christmas, I think. So
yeah because y'all. I mean, I see where you have an 80th birthday.
yeah.
Like on my side of the family, like most definitely, we're having an 80th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll have Christmas later. You've got a lot of groups now,
Mm-hmm.
or not now. Like y'all have had a lot of groups that have to
And in the
plan and
past, we've tried to like knock a couple out like a week or two before.
yeah. Well, like
No, now
Thanksgiving.
I think it's literally going to be the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, the 26th. I'll have four back to back to back to back.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, shit. I can't. I mean, yeah, we'll do Bailey's folks on the 24th. Back we'll do Christmas morning and aunt. Then we'll turn around and go back to Pineapple that afternoon, and then do the 26th. My grandparents and Catherine and Brock will come. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, 24th, 5th, and 6th. We've got. I mean, growing up, like I hated doing it. Like Christmas morning was Christmas morning, but like
Yeah.
right now, Christmas morning just. I mean, yes, it's still Christmas morning, but
Yeah.
I kind of like it because it does seem to it spreads Christmas out a little bit for me, and
Just a
I
lot of
like it.
driving for me.
Well, our driving is like I mean, all we gotta do is just get south, and then it's like an hour. But you've
Still,
got,
an hour fucking blows.
dude. I have to like most days I'm driving over an hour to work every day.
I mean, I've been doing that recently,
Yeah,
but
like dude, to me, anything under an hour is all right. Let's go.
yeah.
Like that's what it. That's anything like under an hour or 2 hours. It's like all right, let's fuck it and just get in the car and let's
My
go.
problem is there's not going to be enough podcasts to go around.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, dude, get Audible, man. It's fucking
I'm
great.
canceling subscriptions, Davis.
Yeah, I don't think I can share you Audible though.
No.
Plus, I don't know if you really
And I
want to
like
listen to some of the shit I listen to.
if I listen to books, then I can enjoy reading books.
Well, see, I don't have time to sit down and read books. I
You
have
shouldn't
to
have had a
actually.
baby. That's on you.
I wanted the damn baby.
Well, you made a choice. Don't get mad at me.
But either way. Talking about the driving thing. So I saw a thing about English like London. Like there's this guy that's doing. He I guess moved from London or England to America,
Mm-hmm.
and he's doing like what's different from London to England. Do I like it better? Or London to
Oh, yeah.
America? What do I like it better?
He got mad that English people were making fun of us for
Yeah,
thinking whatever city was close to London and it was 2 hours away.
yeah. He's like, and he just goes in the spiel of like, well, if you want to go to a big town that has a movie theater, you might have to drive 2 hours, or to
Yeah.
a Walmart or a Lowe's, or
Mm-hmm.
you might be driving 2 hours to get somewhere.
Which I'm not. Alabama's not that bad, depending on what part you're in.
Growing up, if we wanted to go to a Lowe's, we had to drive an hour.
Oh, well, we weren't
Yeah,
that bad.
from bumbfuck Wilcox County, it was an hour to get to a decent hardware store.
Why didn't your dad just open a hardware store then?
Because it didn't make any money to even run the grocery store. It was enough. The hardware store in Greenville,
Yeah.
like failed. Like it barely even stayed open. So
Oh.
his gas station stayed open longer than the convenience stores did, or than the hardware stores did. And that wasn't where his
Well,
specialty
that's
was.
insane.
He didn't know how to run a hardware store. He knew how to run a grocery store and a meat market.
I feel like the material lasts longer.
It does, but I mean, you still got to understand like what you're selling. There's a different skill set in how to sell like
I mean, it's
appliance.
not
Like
hard to sell
that.
groceries at all.
It's not, but it's
Like, people
also. I
need
mean,
food. I have food.
people need food, but I mean, like to run a hardware store is like you have to have a knowledge of like I'm setting these 2x4s in the ground. What concrete do I need? There's certain concrete and screws and nails.
Oh,
And which
that's all
wood
over
do I
my
need
head.
treated? Exactly.
I mean, like,
It's,
Google it, dog. I don't fucking know.
yeah, but you're running the store. You should know.
I'll Google it then, dog.
Damn business minded over there.
I never said I was going to own a hardware store.
Mm,
But if the only option was like an hour away, I'd be like, you know what? Maybe I should open a hardware store.
yeah, but that was the problem. Is like people would rather just drive the hour to a Lowe's to a name brand than go to the
Have you
local.
talked to the people in Lowe's? Not all of them motherfuckers know what they're doing.
I know. Used to, they knew what the fuck they were doing. Now they're just there to
Just
fucking
get
cash a
whoever they can
paycheck.
get.
Yeah, but that's what hurts them. I mean, you end up people would go to Lowe's to a name brand over going to John Dale down the street and get what they needed.
Yeah. Master segue here. I didn't have to drive over an hour to get this comic book that we read for this week. We read Nocterra Volume 3.
Woohoo! And
That was
Kindle
master segue.
Kindle has failed again. There we go.
I didn't have any problems on my iPad with Kindle.
No, talking shit about it.
Comixology and Kindle on a desktop. I've only ever used it once on each, and both times it sucked ass with that. So.
Yeah, Comixology, and so Comixology on the desktop has gone to Kindle many moons ago when Amazon bought them.
Mm-hmm.
You now go through Kindle. Kindle on the laptop is tough. Like you don't have things in like order, like in groupings. Like you just have like what you've looked at recently.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you want to go back and read like Darth Vader that you bought a year ago, you've either got to type it in and get it exactly right, or you scroll, hopefully find a Darth Vader and go into the series, look at all series. And but on the Kindle, through the Kindle app, is actually pretty smooth.
Yeah.
It's way smoother than I thought it would be. We talked shit about it. It still sucks. I still
rather have just a complete comic book app.
Just like Comixology owning its shit was it was just nice. It was just its own world. But and hell, they made money. They sold it.
I'm sure Jeff Bezos gave them a pretty nice check.
Oh, I'm sure. I am sure he did.
Yeah.
But we'll get into some credits. We've got a story by Scott Snyder and Tony S. Daniel. Art by Tony S. Daniel. Colors by Marcelo Mayolo. Letters by And World Design. Art Val Special. Francis Manipul. And Art Nemesis Special. Liam Sharp. You've got to hold that mic still.
Oh, does it make noise?
Yes. I can hear it like it's crunching. Yeah. I actually can hear the mechanism. Like I can hear the mechanism moving inside it.
Oh. Well, I think Riverside FM cancels it out for them. So now I'm just going to bug the shit out of you.
Cool. Great. It's like that day. It's like that day you found the pen on the table, and you just sat there. You're just sitting there, and just like me, just like nonstop clicking. I just looked at you like, dude.
Okay, Mr. Nocterra, tell us what's going on.
So cool. We got a.
Is this the end?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think they left it so that there could be a continuation of a different story arc.
I don't know what you do after this, though.
Well, at the end of it,
the giant dark monster comes back.
Well, no, I mean, at the end of it, when the sun comes back, they say it's 1 a.m.
Yeah.
They say the sun looks different. Everything looks different. So I guess
I haven't seen it in 10 years. I imagine it does look different.
Well, 13 years.
Yeah.
So I guess you could go with some sort of like fighting the Lux. Fighting the Lux now.
Now the light monster's here to kill us.
Yeah, like the Lux monsters are.
We got to find the moon.
Yeah, like they're too powerful, and we have to find balance.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what the light is Lux.
Lux and Nox was the dumbest shit. Like,
yeah, the naming was.
Let me get. I love Scott Snyder, but
Yeah,
boy, he over explains on this series. Even thinking back to the previous volumes,
there.
anytime the narrator is talking, he over explains his point like a million times.
Yeah, like I just opened it. Like I would have rather them, and in all the explanation, we
Yeah,
have the girl. I always forget. I forget her name already.
Val
Val
and her brother's name
survives
is
the
Emery.
bombing.
Yeah,
Yeah, survives the bombing of the Nightshade
the
group.
building or whatever.
Yeah, and somehow gets the neo black all over her, the suit, the carbon black
Yeah,
all over her, and yet there's no explanation of how she did that. Yeah, we've got an
no,
explanation.
no. In volume 2, she gets in the machine that does that because I think everything was starting to like collapse around her or something, and like being
Oh,
in that indestructible capsule was the only way she was going to survive. And then
oh,
she pops out of
okay,
the water with it.
gotcha. And then Blacktop Bill, he sold his
I
soul.
will, I
He
will
he he sold his soul to
hand,
the Nox.
I will hand him this. Blacktop Bill is one of the best villains outside of the major two I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like, nope, I'm a fucked up bastard,
Mm.
and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to
It was
stay
like
being the fucked up bastard.
he took his Joker from Batman and was like, you know what? Let's make him worse.
Yeah, because even at the end, Bill's like, yeah, I may have been a dickhead in this world, but I've
Mm.
been fighting for the Nox and the evil even before the black, like
Yeah.
even before the darkness took over. He's
Mm-hmm.
like, I was killing people that survived death,
Yeah.
and I actually started looking at Emery because he survived 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just being left on the side of the street in a car seat with on the major highway
I
as a
can't
4 year
believe
old.
when they first like revealed that, I was like, God, that fucking sucks and is really
Yeah,
sad. When they hammered it home 5 times an issue, I was like, I wish a car would have hit you.
and that's going back to the explanation. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
every time he talks about the lights and seeing the lights, I was in my car seat. I'm like,
Mm.
dude, we got it. We get it. Every time you see the lights, you think you're
Yeah.
in your car seat.
But other than that, it is a pretty interesting world and it was a cool story they told.
Yeah, I think that's my only gripe is like for all the
It's just
explaining and
over narration.
like over narration, there's still
Yeah.
so many like aspects of it that don't get like that I wish was more information about that just gets completely skipped.
It was also, and I was having to fight this the entire time, was we read volume 2, feels like at least half a year ago.
Oh, volume 2 was so long ago.
And it was like, there was a tiny, like, catch or what happened previous page at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I read that, and even still, I was like, I feel like there's stuff I'm forgetting.
Oh, I went back and skimmed the whole all of
Volume 2.
volume 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Just cuz I was like, I know I'm going to forget almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
Nocterra Volume 2 over a year ago. Oh, we were outside, so that was October of last year then.
Okay. So yeah, over a
Yeah.
year.
Hey, first volume got 10 views and second volume got 11 views. Great records.
We have 61 subscribers now.
61. Oh, we got one more. Shit.
Yeah. In
Cool.
terms of views, we've been up and down, but our
In terms of views,
subscribers, I think we were up like it was our best year for subscribers so
I
far.
think we got 10 plus subscribers this year or in
It was like
23.
25 plus subscribers
Oh,
this year.
really? Shit.
We sat at uh
We were
30,
in the 30s
35
for yeah,
forever.
forever.
Thank you
Well,
to everyone who has
yeah,
subscribed.
thank you. I hope you're still watching and
Yeah, still
enjoying.
watch.
Tell your friends, your family, and who wants to listen.
Because download and watch numbers do not add up to 61.
Uh-uh.
But apparently
Now,
that's a thing on YouTube. Like, even the people who have millions only get like 10,000 views on a
oh yeah, I
video.
was looking. I watch Good Mythical Morning, the
Mm-hmm.
Rhett Link guys that eat weird shit and do weird food games. They have like 15 million subscribers, and like
Yeah.
the most views they have is like they crack 1 million like every couple videos.
Yeah.
And they've got like 15 million subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're not even like so that's 1/15 of their entire subscriber fan
Yeah.
base is actually even watching their videos.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's channels I'm still subscribed to that I've fallen off on and don't watch
Oh, I did a purge.
recently.
It was maybe 2 months ago. It was before you were
Yeah.
before you talking about purging your
Subscriptions.
subscriptions, and like I went through there. I'm like, man, like it's not that like I'm feel bad about unsubscribing. It's just I
Yeah.
literally haven't even seen your page in so long that
Yeah.
like you're still in my feed that I have no point. So I was just like unsubscribe. I subscribed like maybe 15.
I don't know why I still watch Laserbeam, but like he's funny to me, and I
Oh
always
yeah,
crack up
yeah.
during his videos. But like, dude, he'll go like months at a time without uploading.
Yeah, and I think like when we first like some of the pages I first followed, like those
Hmm.
gaming sites was like they would post every week.
Yeah.
Then they got big enough where they I guess joined other pages or
Yeah.
did stuff with other folks or just did their
Although
own
I think
shit.
Laserbeam has gotten to the point where like I think he does more live streaming than he does actual
Yeah.
videos. But
Well, yeah, and then live streaming took off. It's like,
yeah,
why am I gonna? I'm not gonna live stream it and then put it on here for free.
yeah. Which I
So,
there are that's what a lot of Pokemon people do.
well, yeah, true.
I mean, like they'll create whole separate videos of like
The extra
because
content.
because you want your when you're a YouTube channel, you want your videos to be roughly the same amount of length. It
Mm-hmm.
just helps the algorithm.
Right.
And so when they're used to making like 30-minute videos and then they go put their 3 hour live stream on there, it fucks it all up. And so what a
Uh,
lot of Pokemon people will do is create a whole second channel and they'll just unedited put their Twitch stream there as just a
gotcha.
whole nother channel, and then it becomes extra revenue.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But
Yeah.
we don't have another channel, folks.
But yeah,
So
that was
this
YouTube Analytics with two idiots.
this is our only channel, folks. So don't have to go search us for anywhere else.
No.
Just stay here
God,
with us.
God forbid I have to do another
Yeah, God forbid we try
channel's
to
worth
figure
of
out
work.
another one.
Yeah.
Uh, Either way, back to the story. I'm just thumbing
Yeah.
through, just kind of looking at just any high points. Why the fuck did Emery make a whistle that could call, that was a sex sound to call the
Because that's
black?
what they eat the meat.
Oh, but
Which I definitely did not know until, or I did not remember until this.
yeah, I
Because
remembered
I was
that
like, why
because
would you
it's
want
like,
that?
well, it's like, what else would you eat? I guess if you wanted
Yeah.
meat, there's nothing else to eat.
Well, you could be like that one place.
Yeah, and eat human. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was that story got
That
weird.
seems like you just murder that whole colony.
Well,
That should not be tolerated. Yeah,
like
she ended up doing.
she ended up doing
But
it.
what's his face wasn't about it.
The guy I guess she learned everything
Yeah.
from.
Royce.
Yeah, Royce. He was just like, yeah, no, I was a bad man. They'll come back around, and sure enough, they came around. And she's like, yeah, fuck y'all.
Yeah, starve them out.
Yeah, starve them out first, then they'll come around, and then it's like, but then they'll be trustworthy. It's like,
No,
they won't be.
they're gonna still eat people.
They're gonna start doing it again.
Yeah.
And she gave him the whistle that calls in the animals,
Mm-hmm.
and it called in some fucking crazy ones.
Yeah.
Well, see, that was my thing about it. Is like when they called them in, it wasn't like they just called in little ones. They called in huge, mega ones. So it's not like it would, like if you called that to hunt with, like you would get fucked.
Yeah. No, I thought it was gonna be more of a situation of like when if there's another human that tried to fuck with them, like, oh really?
Oh
Blow
yeah,
the whistle.
yeah. Which is kind of what it ended up being. I mean,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's cool. This whole world is just
Interesting.
fucked up, and I want more information about like the world that
You
I feel
want a
like
spin-off series? Is that what you want?
I guess, but I don't. But what the hell would you do? What would you be like? I guess you just go to a.
I think I'm about done with Nocterra.
No. I think if they did a spinoff, cool.
Mm.
I'm not sitting here begging for one.
Yeah.
It's just as much as you explain shit, you didn't explain shit. Like,
honestly, we just take Blacktop Bill and put him in Walking Dead.
yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah.
Like, why did we need like we were talking about? Why did we need Emery having 15 text bubbles, page after page?
I get it. You use the scientific method to make stuff cool.
Oh, dude, I got tired of that.
Yeah. This is my why.
This is why. This is the because.
This
It's
is where
like,
you get the answers. It's
yeah.
what makes me nervous.
It's
Because
like,
I
dude.
got set on a highway as a baby.
It's like, dude. Can you just explain what the fuck y'all are doing right now? But it's still fun. It's a cool world. It's a fucked up world.
Yeah. And I
It just
will forever love Scott Snyder for his
oh,
Batman run. So
I would assume this is going to get a collected edition. It's Scott Snyder. I mean,
yeah, I would
uh,
imagine.
I mean, Scott Snyder puts his name on it. They're going to make everything they can to make
Mm-hmm.
money. Who?
Does it go on your bookshelf though?
I don't know.
I do think it'll be one of those better read as like all
Oh,
three collected.
it's
You know,
definite.
better read, not a year apart.
Not
But
not months and months separating its time out.
yeah,
Um,
um,
it
I don't know if it'll make it to mine, but I think we've all known you've liked this series more than I have. So
I think if I'm going with if I'm committing to buying the hardcover, whatever a collected edition is, it's going on
yeah,
the shelf. I
which if
think for
there's only 3 volumes, it's just going to be
yeah, it's just
one.
gonna be
So
one book, right? So to me, committing to a buying a hardcover is committing to it going on the shelf.
yeah.
Like if I'm gonna have it, it's going on the shelf. So
Mm. Well,
um,
yeah, no, that's what I meant. Are you gonna if they come out with a hardcover, are you gonna buy it?
oh well, yeah. Then
Okay.
that's yeah. Uh, I've enjoyed it all. I mean,
Mm.
I wanted. I mean, I would have liked a little bit more out of this.
Yeah.
Because like even after this is over, what happened to all the shining people, the glares and stuff? Did they just disappear?
I assume they're getting less concentrated light, so
And
maybe
then
they start to go back to normal.
and then Emery was able
That or
to be
they
purified from the shade, but
that or they uh assert their uh
dominance.
dominance. What's the word that supremacy and enslave the normal people.
Cool. I mean, the last
Maybe
lines.
that's where it is. It turns into a rebel story.
I mean, the last lines of the comic is it's also when you start getting ready for the next one, and next one is bold and all caps.
Mm, maybe
So
there is more story.
I think there's more story. I don't know if it's going to be. I'm wondering if it's going to kind of be like uh, we only find them when they're dead. You know
It
how
just completely changes. Yeah.
like each volume was an entirely different
Mm-hmm.
era in that comic.
Yeah, because there's 15 issues every 5 issues.
Yeah, every 5 issues was different.
Which whenever I end up getting this hardcover, I'll read it all the way through. But when I found out I wasn't getting immediate,
talking about we only find them when they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when I got to like issue 6 and 7, and I wasn't getting immediate answers, I was like,
Yeah.
well, I'm just gonna wait for this all to come out then.
I'm 90% sure I've read it all.
I have not.
No, I did. No, I did read it all, and like at the end of it, I'm sitting here going, I don't remember. Like,
yeah, that's also
like
you're
it turned
buying
into,
them as single issues.
Yeah, it turned into one of those. It's like I don't remember what the fuck I've read at this point.
Yeah,
like
because I remember reading single issues and then reading volume 1 for the show. It is much more enjoyable altogether.
Oh yeah.
So,
like I've almost thought about canceling my Comixology subscriptions. I've got the
unlimited or just the
weekly, the monthly.
Okay, yeah, I've been off that for a while.
Like issues.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got the Thor.
That's not even by Don. No, that one is still by Donny.
Yeah, it's still Donny. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Thor run, Donny Cates' Thor run, the Vader run, and the mainline Star Wars run. But again, like I haven't read a single issue comic in so long. I think I have like 25 issues that I haven't read.
Yeah.
So it's just I've just been buying them, and yeah, I've got this beautiful queue to go read, but it's like, when am I going to sit down? One, I either got to go back and reread everything already so I can remember. Then there's Vader, like Star Wars is doing nothing but tie-ins.
When your kid hits like 8, and he will get to the point where he can like go entertain himself in his room.
Yeah,
that's when you can have a.
Yeah, that's when I can go back to single issues again.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or
or
your
just
wife
sit
will tell
down.
you to go fix stuff around the house.
Yeah, like today and yesterday. Like I took care of him all day so Bailey could go shopping and wrap
Mm,
gifts and get everything together. And having the Kindle and I could read on the Kindle one handed and hold him and feed him or
mm.
play with him. It's like I can work, but like I tried to read Invincible where I gotta hold it with two hands to open it. He's crawling around. I'm like, well, I can't. Like, I have to wait till you go to sleep now. Like, I cannot. I cannot read this while you're awake and on me.
You should put him in a playpen. Put a little fence around him.
Yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow. He's been clingy since he's been got another double ear infection this past week.
Dude, what is up with that kid's ears?
They're gonna have to put tubes in it. Apparently, he's
Is that
just
like permanent?
nah. They'll
Okay.
come out. They'll come out after a few years, just because of
Is that
yeah.
like a normal thing that happens to babies?
Apparently
Okay.
so.
My mom said something about it today. She's like, I told him, he's like, yeah, he's been getting a lot of ear infections. She was like, oh, is he going to have to get tubes? And I was like, that seems drastic.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it does seem drastic, but at the same time, he's had 3 in the last 4 months. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and so the tubes are supposed to, like, it's supposed to allow it to drain better.
Yeah.
So,
Kid,
we'll see.
he's not at the age where I can make fun of him yet. I'm like, oh,
No.
you got leaky ears.
Oh, boy. I can't wait till it punches you in the nuts for saying shit to him.
I'll be proud he's tougher than my nephew.
Dude, like, that's my, like, one goal is to make sure he's tougher than your nephews.
Yeah. My nephew.
Nephew, not nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only got one. You got a bunch of nieces. No, net.
Yeah. I got 3 nieces.
Yeah. But,
he ain't going to be tough for a nanny. I can tell you that much.
no. Dude, talking about being tougher and shit. Bailey's brother apparently was making fun of the fact that you and I are both nerds. That they call us nerds now because of how much comic knowledge and shit we have. And
We've read a comic book every week for 3 years.
yeah, and Bailey was like, yeah, he might be a nerd, but he still played football and he'd still kick your ass.
I was like,
And
where
so
do
does
you
Buddy.
play college football, kid?
Yeah. It's like, hey, we may have been D3. We still did it for 4
Oh,
more
yeah.
years.
I think I surprised the people over at Pokemon when I get into my meatheadedness.
Yeah.
Like they were all standing at the stuffed animal section and talking about like which ones they liked. And I was like, I mean, yeah, I like some of them, but like you won't catch me dead buying one. They're like, why? I was like, I'm a 29-year-old single dude.
Yeah,
They're
I
like,
can't
yeah, but
have.
it's just a. I'm like, no, you don't get
No,
it.
no, I can't have.
I get my meat like. There are some people, especially at the big tournaments, that will carry around a stuffed animal with them, and they'll set it on the table when they're playing, and it'll
No,
be like their little.
no,
They call it their
no,
mascot. I'm like, no, that's your
no.
autism
That's your
awareness stuffed
that.
animal.
That's
I
the
was like, it brings back. I don't know what it is, but it brings back just
brings back the jock. It brings
the
out the
biggest.
jock.
It
Yeah,
brings back the biggest meathead asshole out. And I just want
yeah.
to punch him in the fucking face.
It brings the jock out of you. Of
I was
like,
telling 2 people about to buy Pokemon stuffed animals, and I was like, yeah, when I see people put that on the table when they play, it makes me want to
that's
punch
the
them in the
fucking
face.
yeah. Like that just immediately makes me go, well, you're a fucking doofus.
I was like, you fucking dork. What the
like
fuck
you're a
is this?
dork.
I
Like
was like,
yes, I'm sitting here playing the exact same game you are.
the
But you
Masters
put a
Division
stuff.
is 16 and up.
But you
That means you're
put
too old for this shit.
But you put a stuffed animal on the table as your mascot.
Yeah.
We got problems.
I
Like
got
you and
favorite
I,
Pokemon too, but you don't see me sitting with a Poliwrath stuffed animal.
it's like you and I are not going to be friends now.
No.
Like you and I, and that was what like Bailey was like. He's like he just kept going on and on about it, and I wasn't there apparently, just them. And she's like, he would still turn around and whoop your ass and call you a piece of shit. Like he might be a nerd, but he
might be out of breath, but
he ain't gonna like it's
he'll
not.
sit on you.
He ain't the nerd. Like we aren't the nerds that are gonna sit there and fucking like just take it.
You want to see nerds? We can show you nerds.
Oh, we can go find some nerds. But I just thought that was some funny, comical thing to add to this.
No.
It's like, sure, call us nerds. We still play. We played football for. I started in the 3rd grade. You started when?
3rd grade.
3rd grade. So we played football for 14 years.
Yeah.
And played some sort of athletic.
I practiced a lot more than you did, but
I mean, we both had to practice the same amount.
touche.
We both had to practice the same amount.
I played
It's
a lot
just
less than you did.
that's.
I
I
guess
mean,
one season less than you did.
one season and 4 plays less.
Yeah.
I still fucking look back on that and go, God damn, why did
Uh,
that fucking
don't get me
junior year,
started on that. I don't
that
want to.
fucking junior year, God Almighty,
We're not. This is not the show for that.
no,
We'll go on Damien's podcast for that.
yeah, oh
We're
shit,
not getting invited on
we're
that.
not getting invited on that.
No.
Though he does really like Power Rangers,
He
could
does. We
we might
should.
could weasel him into this and and
If they ever
one
come
for
out with
one.
another Power Rangers movie, like
Ooh,
big theatrical,
yeah,
we should invite him on.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I thought that whole when they did the Power Rangers movie, I thought we were
I
getting
thought
a
that
whole
movie was. It was decent. I've seen a lot worse movies get sequels out here.
Oh yeah. I thought we had a series. Like I thought we had a
Yeah.
new franchise,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just
They're like, no.
we're not doing that.
No.
It's like okay, sure.
But yeah, do you have a shit list other than your brother-in-law? Yeah, they don't. I guarantee they don't listen to this far into the show. But how you fuck?
Nah, I guess that is my shit list. Just it's not really a shit list, but I don't have anything else. I mean, it's
You'll see him in like 2 weeks.
I'll see him like
or a
6
week.
days. I'll see him in like 6 days.
Yeah.
So
I have a shit list.
all right.
Hasbro just laid off. I think the numbers, if that YouTube video was accurate, about 29% of their workers.
Do what?
2 weeks before Christmas.
Their reasoning?
Cut costs.
Cut costs.
Yeah.
Cut costs, and I bet you they had a record number
I don't think they did have a record, but it was still like they were down not enough to cut 29%.
29%. Jesus.
Apparently there was a bunch of people from the D&D and Magic the Gathering side with Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
Apparently they lost a bunch of money on Transformers and one of their other like Transformer movie.
Yeah.
Didn't do as well as they thought.
Well, I mean, it's the fifth. It's like the fifth remake of a sequel. I mean,
there was some other movie they had that didn't do well,
uh-oh.
And I don't know. But the CEO got a $9 million bonus at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So.
I got a shit list, but go ahead. I got a roll.
Oh no, that's just like, what are we doing here, dude?
Okay.
You couldn't give them to like the first of the year.
Yeah. One, you can't. You fired them before Christmas and the new right. Like, how's that going to work for family? And
yeah.
So companies want to preach family well-being and your mental health, and then do some stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, our Christmas party, we used to always have a Christmas party that you take yourself and a guest, your spouse, your significant other, whatever. You go out to dinner. Everybody, there was like a generic rule of like everybody's got like $75. You can buy alcohol, whatever, but like, just like don't spend $5,000. Yeah, don't spend $5,000 on 8 people to eat dinner or something.
Yeah.
Well, it got changed this year to $35 per employee, no guest, no alcohol, and our Christmas present this year was a box of assorted chocolates. And
that's more than we're getting.
No company bonuses, no employee bonuses.
Oh.
And if you want to, if you can be 32 hours billable, which is 100% billable for the week of Christmas, could get paid for Christmas, you can get a $500 bonus. And if 6,000 employees do that, you might get another $500 bonus. So on top of preaching family and well-being, they're trying to goat you into doing billable work the week of Christmas because there's so much backdraft to not be with your family, so you can give more money to the company so they can give you a measly $500.
I don't know. I'd tack on an extra $500 on a paycheck. It would be nice.
It ain't enough to fucking cancel vacation that I'm already worked for and paid for.
You know what I'm doing the week after Christmas?
What?
sitting my ass in that bed watching Jack Reacher.
Well, see, like if I was gonna be here, like if we weren't going somewhere, yes, I would. I could
But
find
also, like, I
32
don't know
hours.
how hard it is for you to be billable. For me, it's just I just got to claim paperwork.
I would have to go to a site. Like I've got to go
Oh no,
somewhere. Like
I just got to log on to my computer for 5 minutes.
like no, I have to go physically to a site and work. Like that's my billable work. But
Oh no.
and like everybody, like the complaints on it were it's like, well, one, this doesn't count for admin employees. Like they aren't billable. Like
Yeah.
the back staff, secretaries, all those.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get a $500 chance.
And I guarantee they could find a way to be billable,
Oh yeah, well, but they're
or
not
they
billable.
could find work. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not billable employees. Like they're just
Mm.
overhead employees. They don't
Yeah.
work for projects. Either way. And also in a given week, how is there even 6,000 employees out of the 14,000 that are even 100% billable?
Yeah.
So it's like this big like this big pie in the sky bullshit to goat you into working to maybe get $1,000
Mm-hmm.
just so there's more money coming to the company to pay bullshit bonuses for the powers that be. Like our boss got paid, he got a fucking big ass bonus. Like all the bosses got bonuses, but
We don't get ours
nobody.
until like April.
Oh, we don't get shit. We ain't get we. They told us that nobody under like level 10 is getting a bonus of any kind, regardless of performance. But
Damn, you're gonna buy a pool with that bonus.
everybody else got bonus. I know, man. I already put the down payment and everything.
No, we had a Christmas dinner my first year. We went to a fish market downtown Birmingham. It was fucking awesome. And then COVID happened, and we haven't had a Christmas get together since. So
damn. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, and I guess that coming from the company we were, it's like a Christmas
I think we did
party.
a Thanksgiving one last year, but not this year.
But like a Christmas party is just kind of like a part of our company. Was a part of the company. It's like if you can't make it,
back
you can't
when it
make
was
it.
before it got bought out.
Yeah, it's like if you can't
When it
make
was
it, you
10
can't
employees.
make it. Well, I mean, it was 9,000 in the whole U.S. But
it's for your Decatur office.
No, for the goal, like the company.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, our office had 10. We've got less employees now than we did, but we could at least take our spouses or girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever, with us, and but what? It's just the corporate. Oh, we're hurting for money. We're hurting for everything. Our bosses got bonuses. We made money this year.
Yeah.
But we got to make sure y'all don't. We can't give y'all too much extra.
Nope.
We can't keep y'all too happy to keep
you
around.
Spoiled.
Yeah. We don't want you to be too happy.
We want you to work here.
Yeah. What I think like the new world economy is instead of employees being a benefit to the company, employees are now seen as cost makers for the company. So like instead of a company seeing an employee as a positive, like we want to keep them happy to make more money to keep them around.
Yeah.
We are now seen as a risk, and like all employees now are seen as a risk that if they aren't making enough money, just kick them to the curb. Like, why are we going to spend money to keep them happy? Just kick them out. We'll find somebody else, pay them $5 more an hour. If they don't work, we'll find somebody else.
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
Like somebody else can fill the fucking spot.
Yeah, it's crazy because I know some laborers in the field of what I do that make less than Target employees.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, and make less than people starting out at Buc-ee's.
Yeah, and that kind of goes back to the whole millennial, like, oh, we had to go to college. Like, college is what gets you your future. And now we're sitting here with blue-collar jobs are, like we're hurting for blue-collar jobs. There's bridges that are failing. There's pipes.
I could have graduated high school with a welding certificate.
Yeah, we could have graduated high school, gone to a 2-year technical college, been
Gardner has a welding program.
Oh, in
and
the
I could have graduated with a
Jesus.
welding certificate.
And then been an apprentice for 3 years, making $10-15 an hour, and then then make 25 to 30 your first after your apprenticeship. But
yeah.
Oh well. Sorry, I found a soapbox.
I was thinking about going back to a trade school earlier this week, but we'll leave that somewhere else.
Yeah. I know. Well, we'll see where the world takes us in the next few years for sure.
Yeah, you can tell it's the last episode of the night because that's what this is when this always happens.
Yeah, we usually just start
Um,
ranting bullshit.
but next week, Lock and Key Volume
Shit.
5,
Volume 5, yeah. Yeah,
5,
volume
yeah.
5.
Later this month, we also have
Saga.
Saga Volume 11, Return of Saga,
Woohoo.
and Manifest Destiny Volume 5.
Whoopee. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so looking forward to it.
yeah.
We will see y'all next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.